Hi everyone, today I'm going to be building the new Balrog set. Well, it's not new, but it's one of LEGO's newer Lord of the Rings sets. It's one that I've really had my eye on for quite a long time now. It's super creative, being that it's a book nook. So it can open up, you could have like the whole display of the Balrog, and there is a little Gandalf the Grey in there, which I think is super cool. But it is a book nook, and I think this is such a unique idea that LEGO is doing. Everybody runs out of space to put their Legos. So this is a really creative way of having a place to put your Lego right in your bookshelf. And I know I have some space for this. I have different Harry Potter collectibles and my Lord of the Rings stuff. And if it's something that I do want to show off, or I want to show somebody how it all works, I can open it up. I do think it's pretty cool too. On the back here, they actually have a scene from the movie. I think that was really creative of them. And this is like that exact scene. I'm excited to see the little Gandalf. I do not have a little Gandalf Lego minifig. So 1,201 pieces in here. And I'm super excited to build it and talk about it afterwards and let you guys know what I think. Okay, let's do this thing. So I just opened the booklet and the instructions. First step is building Gandalf. How cute. So before we start the time lapse, I have to show this little Gandalf. He has his hair. He has a beard. Of course he has a beard. Oh, how cool. Oh my goodness. Oh, the top of his staff. This is great. He's perfect. Okay, now we'll get back to the time lapse. Okay, for some reason, the time lapse paused. I had a feeling that could happen, but we'll figure that out. This is what I built so far. But one thing I wanted to point out in the instruction booklet, just like little fun, I don't even know. I'll see more as I go through, but like little facts or just little fun things about the Balrog and the set. I love all those little special touches. And at the very bottom to tell you like how far you are into the build, a little Gandalf. All right, let's see if we can get the time lapse actually continuing this time. Okay, you guys, I am officially halfway done. Little Gandalf is officially halfway. I just figured I'd stop real quick and kind of talk about what I've seen so far. There's a lot of like little intricacies here, and I haven't yet seen how everything's gonna connect and how it'll function. So I'm currently on bag number 6, 9 bags. I have a few more to go, and then it'll all be complete. Let's keep building. guys, it's a different day. It took me a few days to build this Lego, but I'm finally done. I want to share my thoughts. So overall, love this Lego. There's so many good things to say, but we'll start with the things that I wish they did a little bit differently, or some things I wish were a little bit easier. Number one, the Balrog's whip. I think this is an essential part. It was really difficult to pose. The whip itself is kind of like a plasticky, rubbery material. It bends very easily, but it's not posable. So it just kind of sits out here. It makes it a little bit difficult to put in the position that I would want it to be in, but that's okay. Like, this is really minute, small critiques that I have. Another part of this build, I actually found the mechanics of it all to be really difficult. It wasn't always easy. I'll insert some B-roll of what it looked like when I was building the wings. It was really hard to do. It was unlike any Lego that I've done before. A lot of different moving parts. I ended up working through it. It was a little bit of a challenge, but it was not impossible. I just followed the perfect Lego instructions that they make, and it was all fine. But that was a little bit tricky. When it's all said and done though, it all works together perfectly as expected. So again, a very small critique, but that was just something to note, that this is kind of a tougher build. Even though it's not a really big build, it can be a tough one. So some things that I do really love. Number one was this little plaque at the bottom here. This says, "You shall not pass." I love it. I think it's such a small touch, and honestly, it's not something that I noticed right off the bat when I first purchased this. But once I did pick up on it on the box, I thought that was such a creative, small, little detail that I thought was really smart on their part. And when it's closed and tucked into my bookshelf, that little plaque will really stand out. So I love that. And of course, anyone who's a big Gandalf fan just loves this entire scene. It's an iconic one for sure. Another thing that I loved about this Lego is that they included Gandalf. I am a huge Gandalf fan. I love Gandalf as a character, and as hard as the scene is to watch, I loved that they included him. Again, I didn't totally pick up on him being in this set when I first saw the set online, but once I went to the Lego store and had the box right in front of me, I noticed that it included Gandalf, and I couldn't be happier. So now we're gonna take a look at this closed, and I'm gonna show you the final result on my bookshelf. I hope you guys love this video. Like and subscribe, all the good things.